This program is proudly brought to you by the FSCA.
Hello to you and welcome to another exciting episode of Zaka. I'm Ayanda Ali, and as always, I'm looking forward to meeting a group of people who have come together, joined hands so that they can increase their earning potential. We're going to connect them to someone who will give them relevant, reliable, and credible information so that they can make better financial decisions. Today, we are in Hartbeespoort, where Ingcebo BMCA have come together and joined their resources in order to buy a villa, darling. We're going to find out how they did it and what sort of assistance they need in order for them to do more. Hey, wait, let me first take my drink with. Let's go meet them.
My name is Razia Adam, and by profession, I'm a geologist. I've worked in the mines for at least 10 years.
Firstly, congratulations. Indeed. I'm just looking around here and I'm thinking, it's nice to see Nati. There are things that we can do when we come together. But I don't want to start at the end. Let's take it right from the beginning. What is Ingcebo BMCA? Where did it start? What does it do?
Okay, Ingcebo BMCA is a stokvel that now has a company and a trust.
Okay.
Yaqala 2021.
The intention really was to get a group of women abazokwazi ukuseva towards a common goal. We chose a number of sectors ekufuneka siparticipate kuzo purely because participation yomama ayikho. So we chose a property investing or property development. We chose agriculture. We chose mining, partly because of some of the members who are they have a mining background.
So then we said, okay, let's contribute 500 randi every month, and let's see what can we invest into as we go along accumulating this amount. Okay, but a stokvel cannot actually trade, cannot buy properties or anything. So we will have to then open a PTY. And in that PTY, let's have a trust. So everyone has their assets and their interest protected. We have invested, I think it's about over 6 million into different portfolios. One of them being the Seasons Resorts and Golf Spa Villa, the 2-bedroom villa. And the other investment being at Sanibonani in Mpumalanga Resorts, where we bought shares. And then we've also invested into cattle, and that was a 12-month investment, which the members just got back their returns and their capital.
I think it's important to invest collectively. I think with a number of people joining a stokvel, you have more buying power. You're able to raise money in the short space of time and acquire assets that would probably help your family or create a legacy for the different women that will join the stokvel. 95% of the members are mostly women, but we have some very brave guys that have also joined the stokvel. The intention really is just to empower the different women that are part of the stokvel.
Lento kuluma ngokuthi yazi kunamandla basebenzisana, joining hands, working together. Le model le stokvel sijwayeleza abantu abamnyama ne siyazi ukuthi abomama bethu abakhokho bethu bebe sebenzisana umunye akhipha imali ini uniform sithenga kanjalo, all those things. But what I like about this concept is nithathile ne nayisesikolweni yaya ku model C yafunda yahlakanipha. Money letter now back into the community this way. It's now going into areas esingazazi ketina majority of our people. Tell me why that was important to say sifuna uthatha the same model esiyazi esikhule ngayo ama stokvel but we wanted to do more for us, to purchase land for us, property, especially now Guma Resort as Ush.
I think it was very important for us, ngoba like Ushu would say, Stockful model is nothing new. We saw it go, even nabazali bethu. But now we wanted to use that to actually assist us in investing into assets where we are not owing anyone and we are not paying over 20 years and these interest that is added, you know. So you want to invest into an asset cash and knowing would lo assets inginika imali back every month without me worrying about what happens when ngiphelelwe umsebenzi, you know, ibank angakaqeda ukukhokha bazoyithatha. You know, with this thing you paid for cash, and you are getting the returns for a lifetime.
So we got the deal through Anton as a broker as part of the deal, but we've since established a relationship now for other deals as well. We've traveled to other places to see other property options that we are intending to invest starting from April 2023 to increase the portfolio for the Stockville.
Our relationship started when we were approached by Nebo after purchasing a unit at a previous property that we were marketing. And obviously with the Stockville, we were then approached and the Nebo asked us, what is the next opportunity that you have available within the leisure property investment space? And our relationship with them in the Stockveld field is to produce a good investment opportunity, and that investment opportunity in this instance is leisure property.
I love it. So Tina, as Zaka,
why sifuna more people? We want more people to invest into these things. Not only are we investing in villas, we're also investing in farms. We're also investing in buying shares in computer and tech companies. We want more people to know it is possible.
So the plan or the intention is to acquire a property every other year. So every 14 months or so, we will then acquire a new one. And the challenge though is that we may not acquire a property with the same bunch of women. So there's other women that would be better off or financially stable as year goes by. So those we started with from the 21 might not be the same group that we go with for the next lot.
Other than increase of the membership, is there anything else that is?
Yes, for the new members, obviously from the beginning when we started, we would want to also guide and mentor them on the financial literacy side. It's important that umuntu who wants to invest understand ukuthi imali yakhe kumele ayihandlishe kanjani, and I understand ukuthi may investor into these different investment opportunities esiba nawo.
All right, so into sinalisiza ngayo, one, increase the membership base, and then number two, financial literacy for the newcomers. I think what we'll do is introduce her to somebody, expert yethu izokhona ukukunika information that will be helpful to you. I think umsebenzi wenu muhle kakhulu. I can't wait to see it grow even more, even further in number and also in impact and reach. Asambe sohlangana naye ke lo bhuti.
Stockville. It has shown that they've been out there and they are taking opportunities. That's one thing that we love about it, and it is a platform where other investors can be able to take advantage and participate and see an avenue where they can come in and invest. So it is a high level of Stockville, so to say.
So, Razia, this is the gentleman I was telling you about who's going to be able to assist us with regards to what you need. Razia and a group that she is part of have raised funds. They are into investments in cattle, in all manner of things, including Ivila.
Wow, this is a beautiful place.
It is a beautiful place. Yes. So maybe you can just tell Ephraim what sort of assistance you need.
Yes, thank you, and nice to meet you, Ephraim.
Nice meeting you, Razia.
Yes, so we've got space for 90 new members, and yes, we are 110 and our cap is
So
200.
you want another 90?
Another 90 that can invest with us into the different villas.
So it's important that even as they are looking forward to expanding and inviting new investors into the Stokvel itself, they need to also look at what kind of people do they want in the Stokvel, because other people, they come in genuinely and then they want to be part of it, and others, you get some bad apples that will come in and then after 2 months they feel that no, this is not for me, and they want to pull out, and they need to be able to strike a balance between that, to say yes, in as much as we are making a crowd pool to say everybody can come in, but the screening, it's important to check to say what kind of a person is joining us, what credentials do you have, are you having what it takes, to be sustainable and to be part of this for a longer period of time.
So over and above growing in membership base, because their cap is 200, they also want to make sure there is financial literacy for those new members who are there. How can you assist?
Ayanda, first of all, maybe if I can just get clarity. Is your organization, are you registered as a trust already? And then do you have a profile, where, it becomes a guide to anybody who wants to join the Stokvel, to say, this is who we are, this is what we're about, and then this is how you can get hold of us, and this is how a person can join if they're interested in joining.
Yes, so we've got social media pages.
Okay, so for the first AGM we had this year, we physically met, or at least the working committee. So there's a working committee which is also comprised of all members. It's about 8 women and 1 guy. We met physically. So Sadibana up in Midrand. We booked a hotel, we booked a venue, we had the AGM, but the bulk of the members that are part of the Stokvel are everywhere, are all over the country. So Bona, they joined via a Zoom. But it doesn't stop us from engaging. It doesn't stop us from ensuring that we can invest together, because we have some legal frameworks in place. We have some protection from the companies and the trust that we've established to run the Stokvel.
A lot of people get, to be wary of what they participate in, especially in terms of their finances. So firstly, they would like to know whether is the organization legit? Is it registered according to the books? Is it registered? Does it have a registration number? And it's registered, and then it has got, compliance in terms of everything, and it also gives a guide to the members, anybody who's interested, to say, okay, should you have any queries, here's a way in which you can get a recourse. Because here we are talking about people's monies, we are talking about investments. And then in the case that somebody has invested with you and maybe something happens, that's when the issue of a recourse comes in, to say, okay, should maybe something that it's not going right, are you able to, get a recourse for the monies that you have given?
Yes, so we are registered. Ingcebo BMCA is a PTY. Members can also check on CIPC. We are registered. We also have a trust under Ingcebo BMCA, where the members that have invested into the shares at Sanibonani, as well as the villa here, they are part of the beneficiaries of the trust, right?
So as the FSCA, it is important that we inform and teach our consumers out there about, their involvement with service providers that they are interacting with. When you're looking at investments, for an example, there are a lot of fly-by-nights out there. So we need to make sure that our consumers are aware that whenever they are dealing with service providers, firstly, that the service providers is registered, it is legit, it's not a fly-by-night. So that if ever there are misunderstandings, they can be able to get, they can be able to know where to report the matter and then be getting help out of that. So as the consumers, you need to make sure that the financial service provider is registered with the FSCA, and then you can be able to check them on our website, and then you can be able to see if ever this is a legit a financial service provider that you are dealing with. You're investing your money there. It is your hard-earned money that you are investing So you need to make sure that should there be any issues, you can be able to report them, and then you can be able to get your funds back.
Before you want to participate in anything, you want to know whether, it's all the books are in order, who is this person that I'm involving my finances with, before you start putting your money in it. Because there's a lot of fly-by-nights out there, and people are wary of those fly-by-nights.
Nesi just find a conflict resolution, if I'm part of this group and then a disagreement of some sort, what do we do? Does it go for arbitration? Is there a court processes? All those things. And they also should be contained in the constitution.
He spoke about risk as well. He spoke about understanding that you're investing into a legit, is it registered? Is the company registered? Is there a legal structure that you can back yourself up like a trust and being a beneficiary in that trust? And those are the things that any investor, even myself, if I'm looking into investment, I want to know and understand. So Ephraim does actually bring in that confidence, and also he makes you as the founder of the investor actually think about these things, that it's something that we need to mention all the time, and even give the registration number of the company and the trust to the new members so they know for sure that their interests are protected.
Also, what is important is that for the consumers, it is always important to read through the terms and the conditions. Don't just be in a hurry to want to invest, but look at the pros and the cons, look at the terms and the conditions. Read the contract before you invest in, before you sign in. Go through the contract itself, know and understand what you are putting yourself in, before you start signing, before you start investing your money away. But look at that and then understand it clearly.
Let's take it back to the members themselves. Here's a member who's interested. They want to join. They have their FICA documents. They've got the training fee, the 1,000 rand. Then this 1,000 rand they paid on a monthly basis.
On a monthly
So
basis.
what is in for them? When do they get their return on their investment?
Yeah. So this 1,000 rand that we are investing monthly is the money that we then invest every time when we have something about 100,000. We go to the members and call a meeting and say, members, we have 100,000. We have to consult. You can't just decide as a director.
Very much important.
Yes.
So for 2023, the joining fee is about 500 rands. So that's an admin fee. The 500 rand goes towards getting a lawyer, getting members on board, just dealing with the admin of the Stockful. So that's what you pay for the year. And monthly we pay about 1,000 rand. So we pay 1,000 rand and we split investments into low risk and high risk or long-term investing. So the first investment we made in 2021 was towards cows. So we bought cows or we participated in a cow investment with a group in Bronkhorstspruit, some white farmers, part of the Beefco network. We bought into a pool of investors and we classify that as low risk. So most of our members are obligated to invest in that. And then we have the low or high risk investment where someone, based on your affordability, then you would participate in a villa, for example.
I think the most important thing there is what you need to inform those who are interested. Let it be transparent, let it be informative so that a person is aware of what they're engaging themselves in. And then once that is done, then it becomes easy that, okay, we are saying this is a benefit to you, but this is how you can also benefit from the Stockful and from the organization itself. To say, empower yourself with knowledge, with financial matters, for an example, issues of money management for your personal life and also for the Stockful. To say, even as you are investing, how are you dealing with your finances personally? The issues of knowing how to save, because now you are coming into this. I mean, of course, there are issues of budgeting to say, yes, how do I handle my money? How do I handle my finances? I want to be part of the stokvel. I'm expected to pay 1,000 rand on a monthly basis. So how am I doing in terms of my budget, the income that I receive and the expenditure? How do I sit down and draw it down and say, this, I'm going to pay this on a monthly basis? And then I must be left with some money for the groceries, for the transport, and for the school children's needs, and so on.
My conversation with Ephraim was very enlightening, especially because he came with advice that will benefit the new members. Because one of the things that I've realized is a gap from us as Ingcebo BMCA is taking the new members on board. We assume that they've found out about us on social media or they've heard through a referral, and we have an assumption that they understand what they're investing into. So it will really benefit us, because sometimes we host a lot of seminars trying to explain to the new members how everything works and when you get back your returns. So having Ephraim giving me that framework and the support he'll be giving us for the 90 members that we still have opportunities available to join us was really insightful. And I know that he's taken away some sort of burden in us assuming that, new members understand what it means to save, what it means to invest into something and get a return after 12 months.
That we want to also provide for the new recruits, those new members that are coming in, so that we can take them through a workshop in terms of money management, in terms of the pros and cons, understanding investment. What is investment? How does investment work? What are the time frames? What are the periods? What are the risks that comes? How to identify scams? Because it is important, because our consumers do not know how to differentiate, how to make a differentiation between a scam and a good deal, that comes out there. A lot of companies, they market themselves and say, hey, it is good for you, it's something in for you, there is a return on investment. But if ever you do not read the terms and the conditions, you start signing in, then tomorrow they come and tell you, here is a clause, you signed for it, and then therefore you lose your investment. So even before you start signing for that contract, go through the contract at first, understand the terms and the conditions where you are putting your signature, you're putting your investment in, so that you understand it clearly. And then if ever you do not understand, don't be in a hurry to sign, but rather sit down with a financial advisor who will take you through. They will read the terms and conditions on your behalf so that you understand what you are putting yourself in. And then whatever decision that you are making, it will be an informed decision based on the knowledge and the understanding of what you are signing.
This has been absolutely amazing. Siyabonga, bro Ephraim. Always a pleasure. Thank you so much, Razia. Keep it up, girl. Ngithe 90 people, 89. I'm one of those 90 that you're recruiting. Never underestimate the power of collectivity. Working together with others, you really can achieve great things. The sky will just be the beginning, and you can achieve your wildest dreams. Gone are the days when stokvels were relegated to just a few people in the corner living from hand to mouth. Nowadays, you can almost literally take over the world. Get in touch with us. What do you and your group want to get up to? And how can we help you make better financial decisions? Get in touch and we can connect you to someone who will give you relevant, reliable, and credible information to help you take a step further towards realizing your dreams. Until next time, go get that money, honey.